families have poor English skills. Do you agree or disagree?
We disagree because even though if you're an immigrant or you don't like or you're not fluent in English, you can always learn English. You can always surround you can always surround yourself with people that knows English. And not also that, if you go to school, you can also take English class to make you better at English. So we disagree because of that. Immigrants can also learn different languages and also English, because English is an easy language to learn.
From our experience, our grandparents and parents are immigrants, and most don't really know how to speak really good English, and they sometimes don't really understand. But it really takes a while for them to learn and understand English.
Teenagers follow trends and social media influencers blindly. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with this because I've seen teenagers or even younger kids follow social media trends. They follow dances, influencers, fashion trends. Like, I have this younger cousin, she's in elementary and she has Instagram. She's like 4th grade, 5th grade, she already has Instagram, she has a TikTok account, she has all these social medias, and she really wants to follow fashion trends. I think younger kids, when they're on social media, they should not be worrying about what they should dress like, what they should look like, how they should be or act, because you're little, you're supposed to have fun, you're supposed to have the freedom and experience of being a younger kid, and you shouldn't be worrying about how you look, dress, how other people see you.
What we discussed was that even though teenagers are seen as I feel like teenagers, for us, they're underestimated and they're seen as naive, but from a young age we actually generation by generation we actually grew a quick of understanding of things that we weren't supposed to know, and we think that people are aware of what they do and their choices. You make choices and decisions that take you to places. So yeah, there are times where people are oh, I'm gonna just do this even though I don't know the meaning of it, but then there are people that know what they're doing. Like we said earlier, what we discussed was that there are times where people will make bad decisions and know it's a bad decision but do it because they choose to.
Mexicans that live in the US are immigrants. Do you agree or disagree?
The reason why we disagree is because we don't think that these quote-unquote Hispanics are immigrants, because their parents and their descendants and their childs were born here, so they're considered as Americans. So I don't know if they consider them as a whole as immigrants, but we talked about that they aren't immigrants because they're born here.
There was a war that was called the Battle of Guadalupe. During that war, Texas was fighting for independence, and the people in Texas were Mexican people. As I remember, they were able to win the war. They were fighting for independence from the USA. So it wouldn't make sense for the question, are Mexican people or immigrants in the US, because the US gave Texas Mexican people independence for that specific state.
So are you trying to say that Mexican people aren't immigrants, or they are? So
Oh wait, no, not immigrants, my bad.
So while you're on that side, that's just a racial stereotype because, you know, Hispanics, they're not immigrants, you know, and I would like to just state that I disagree again.
Do you agree or disagree on the hypersexualization of women?
Wait. What does it mean? What does it mean?
You guys don't get it?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So, you guys agree on the hypersexualization of women?
Like that they're
That they should be sexy, they're pristine, all that stuff.
You guys agree?
You guys,
What? Wait, I thought you would agree that. Yeah, no,
no, you guys agree the stereotype that women are overly sexualized or objectified, which
that means you agree that we should have big
harmful
boobies.
narrative.
That they should be or that they are.
Like, do you agree that they should be like hypersexualized or
I disagree because, like, most of the boys and teenagers, they want a girl with a big chest and a big butt with a small waist, which they think that they're gonna get something out of it, but in reality, they're not.
Yeah, so like she was saying, it's like we're saying that back then maybe it was probably viewed as that, like, oh, women should stay home, they should clean. Like I learned some stuff about that in history, you know, like where it's like, you know, like back then women, they didn't have any rights. They weren't allowed to vote. They weren't allowed to do any of that stuff. Like women don't get a lot of respect still. Like even though things have changed, there's still people who are completely disrespectful and like, you know, and not only that, but like we're saying how maybe girls, they get really insecure and they like start changing themselves because they want to be, you know, better for a boy, or they want to be pretty like another girl. But it's like with that you're gonna have difficulties of loving yourself, and so we're saying that, like, you know, not to go based off of what someone else wants, but what you're truly going to be happy with, because at the end of the day, you're your own person. You're going to be the one in your body, you know. So we're saying that maybe girls should be setting the beauty standards for themselves instead of men.
So to all of my guys out there, don't judge what woman they're supposed to look like.
What do you do?
Bye.
Oh.